There we go. At least then I will be able to see what you're seeing. And all is good. So happy Monday. Sorry we're getting started just a minute late, but just having some, my wife was doing a podcast, so she had the system and I had the kids. But here we go. Let's go ahead and begin today's Monday. Glorious, beautiful Monday here. I hope that you and yours are okay with all these little sort of crazy catastrophes going on. We'll just start, and then I'll give you the little things along the way. So let's go ahead and begin. Take your palms together, eyes closed, drop the shoulders, start breathing in and out of your nose. A few breaths. Oh, thank you so much for joining me here this morning or later today or tonight, whenever it is that you're viewing and practicing. And just set an intention here. So an intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, whatever that means for you. And then drop the head down to one side, so easy neck stretch. Today's Monday. Mondays are always yoga for athletes. So just thinking about, it was yoga for runners for a bit, but just thinking about how we operate as athletes in the world, and switch sides with your neck stretch. And how that actually, how the yoga practice can help you be a better athlete. Right? Simple as that. Good. Drop the arms, make a few circles, and we kind of cycle through circles with the head. We cycle through different areas of the body. And today we're going to do hips. We do a lot of hips, opposite direction. Hips and hamstrings and calves. So it's going to relate a little to the ankles too. So kind of back of the legs. Do a little bit of the front of the legs, opposite direction, and your head rolls. Very good. Now back to the center, some shoulder rolls, forward and back, forward and back. Opposite direction. Good. Just take the arms up. Notice our lovely decor for our little. We had a nice little birthday party for Madison over the weekend. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up, stretch the shoulders here. A few breaths. Madison turned 5 over the weekend, Friday. It was a very sweet, small party with just a few, her quarantine club. And it's very sweet. And we went to the zoo yesterday. Oh my gosh. Fold to one side, breathe. Good. And then switch sides. Great. Back up to the center. Lean back, take a big inhale. And then you're going to fold down forward as you exhale. So our first stretch here. Really back of the legs, but also back and back of the legs. Oh. And just breathe. Good, smooth, even breaths in and out of your nose. And I always start this here with my legs slightly bent. Grab the elbows, drop the head. You can sway a little side to side. Well, swaying side to side is fine. And again, the idea today, hips, hamstrings, and calves. So kind of legs here. Good. From there, clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. One more breath. Give it a nice big stretch. And then release the arms from there. What we're going to do is a little bit of a squat here. So squatting down. However you squat. So you may squat with your up on the toes like this, which is totally fine. You may be able to get the feet flat right away, which just might be a little bit more intense for some. So do what you can. Interlace the fingers. Turn the palms, or all except the index fingers, and reach the arms up. So just really sink into the hips there a little bit as you breathe. Good. One more inhale. And then we're going to fold down forward. Clasp the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers behind. Stretch the shoulders. Keep breathing. Always coming back to your breath. Good, smooth, even breaths. Again, squatting down. Interlace the fingers. All but the index fingers reach up. Breathe. One more inhale, and then fold again. Clasp the hands back, interlace. I think that was number 2. We'll do one more after this. Good. And then one more time, interlace the fingers, drop down, lift up. Good. One more inhale. And then fold. Clasp the hands back. Interlace. Stretch the shoulders. Good. Release that. Slowly roll up. We'll do a few arm circles. Yeah, so we went to the zoo yesterday, the Santa Barbara Zoo. Circles in one arm. And it's a smaller zoo, but it's super quaint and very cool and loads of space. And yeah, the zoo is always a weird thing because you don't want to have other arm. You don't really want these animals in captivity, right? We saw these condors that just have this 9-foot wingspan, you know, a little side-to-side twist. And they're like, you know, hooked with numbers. You can see like number 46. So it's just kind of sad in some ways, but at the same time, there are actually a lot of the animals that would not survive if it were not for the zoo. So it's sort of a little double-edged sword. But one of the things that was super cool, let's go ahead and step to the front of the mat, bring the palms together, take a nice big inhale, lift the arms up, fold all the way down, forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, and step back as you exhale to plank, top of a push-up. One of the things that was super cool is every exhibit, every animal that you saw, and there's a sign that told you about it, where it was from, and all that sort of stuff. And there was always a feature that said what you can do. And it was really cool, actually, because whether it was, you know, recycle your electronics because otherwise, you know, it creates more landfill and that's toxic and that hurts the animals, or, you know, dispose of chemicals in a proper way, otherwise it gets into the water, which gets into the rivers, and then that messes with the animals. So it's actually pretty cool. We're going to do a few circles here, so not only, you know, fun for Madison seeing all these animals, but a little education too. I'm always up for a little education. Opposite direction here. Good. And then drop to the knees. We'll do some cat and cow tilts for the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, around. We'll do that a few times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Excuse me. Exhale. Good. Back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side. Shoulder and hip together. One side. Shoulder and hip together. Other side. Keep that going. Shoulder and hip together, shoulder and hip together. Breaking up some of that weekend stiffness. Very good. Downward facing dog from there. Take the first moment here, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. So feet, just notice where you feel that. Where do you feel that stretch? Is it the back of the calf? Is it the back of the leg? Is it the back of the knees, the hamstrings? And I want you to think about the concept of opposing action. So I want you to tilt your tailbone, sit bone up. At the same time you drop the heel down and breathe. And then switch sides, same thing. Great, straighten both legs from there. Coming up with the toes when you're ready, walk side. Extend your spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold as you exhale. Stretch. All the way up. Big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Arms up, inhale. We'll do a few sun salutations. Sequences to warm up. Fold as you exhale. Extend the spine. Inhale, always paying attention to the sensations. Step back as you exhale. Take a big inhale and lower. Going to go easy first, down to the knees, all the way to the mat. Gentle back bend, and then reverse it. Downward facing dog. Hold and breathe. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk, or you could hop. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Arms up. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Good. Extend the spine. Inhale. Step back or jump back as you exhale. Step lower down. You could lower all the way or halfway down, and then upward facing dog. So shoulders pull back a little bit. And then downward facing dog. Breathe. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. Arms up. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Extend that spine. Inhale. Step back as you exhale. Vinyasa. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Hold it and breathe. Good. One more breath. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Then chair pose, and we're going to twist. So when you get to chair, bring the palms together. Hook your left elbow outside the right knee. And then lengthen the upper body up as you turn and twist and breathe. Good. All right, and then back to chair. Inhale. And then opposite side, and your twist. Lengthen up. Turn. Breathe. Good. Back to chair. Inhale. Stand. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Big full breath. Back to chair pose. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. halfway up, inhale, sun salutation B. Break the first one down a little bit. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. Down dog. You take the right leg up behind you. Lift it up. Hold it up there for a moment. This time, open the hip, bend the knee. So opening up that hip, bending the knee gives you a little side stretch, but also gives you a little hip stretch. Breathe. Good. Square the hips from there, shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. And lift it, back and up. Forward knee to the left side, little core strength, and back and up. Forward to the right side, back and up, all the way forward. Stay here on the fingertips. And this is where we go about 15 times. Straighten the leg, flex the foot as much as you can, bend the knee, drop the hips down. So not only when you straighten, you're getting the hamstrings, but when you bend, you're getting the hip flexor on the other side. So you got to sink down. Inhale, exhale, just a couple more. Inhale, exhale. One more like this. Inhale, exhale. Then we change the foot position. So now inhale, straighten the leg, roll to the outside. So, and then exhale, bend. Exhale, inhale, roll to the outside. Exhale, bend the knee. Keep that going. Inhale, exhale. Two more. One more. Good. Now internal rotation, and then bend the knee. Internal rotation, bend the knee. This is always the tighter piece. Internal rotation, good, bend the knee. And then two more, internal, bend the knee. One more, and bend the knee. Good. Now turn the back foot flat, come on up. Warrior one. Whoa, whoa. Warrior one, arms up, hips forward, shoulders relaxed, sinking in there a little bit. Breathe. Good. Now clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingers, lift the heart up, draw the shoulders back and down, and drop the head back. Take a big inhale, and then fold down as you exhale. And breathe. One more breath. Good. Come on back up. Warrior one. Inhale. Hands down to the floor. Exhale. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Great. Opposite side, left leg up behind you, hold it up, breathe. Once you're there, open up the hip, bend the knee, get a little side stretch. Keep breathing, just feel it out for you. So much of it is understanding where you are today, right now, and how you're gonna move your body with, the ingredients you have. Shoulders over the wrists, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it, back and up. Forward knee to your right. Back and up. Forward to the left. Back and up. All the way forward. Stay there. On the fingertips, we do about 15 times. Straightening the front leg, flex the foot. Bend the knee, drop the hips down. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend. Keep it going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Couple more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Good. So now, external rotation. So externally rotate the leg and come down. Externally rotate the leg so you're feeling that on the outside of the hamstrings. externally rotate the leg. One more, or two more, sorry. Now one more. Good. And then internal rotation. So internal rotation and bend the knee. Internal rotation and bend the knee. Internal rotation and bend the knee. Two more. Good. Turn the back foot. Warrior one. Feel it out for you. Hips turn forward, sinking down, breathing deeply. Spreading the toes. Clasp the hands down, back behind you. Interlace the fingertips. Lift the heart up. Pull the shoulders back. Drop the head. Take a big inhale. And then fold down as you exhale. A few breaths. Good. Come on back up. Warrior one, inhale. Hands to the floor. Exhale. Leg back, lower. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. We'll do a few times through sun salutation B. Just switch my mat a little bit. And then we'll go into some more deeper stuff here. So come up on the toes when you're ready. Walk softly to the hands or hop. Extend that spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose. Bend the knees. Reach the arms. Inhale. And stand. Hands together at the heart. Exhale. Big full breath. And back to chair. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Starting to warm up here a little bit. Halfway up. Step or hop back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side first. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reaching up. Inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa. All the way to the mat or halfway. Your choice. Upward facing dog or cobra. Then down dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa lower. Upward facing dog and then downward facing dog. So of course those modifications are super important whenever you need to modify. You definitely feel free to modify. And breathe. One more breath. And then up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Standing up, hands together at the heart, exhale. Nice big full breath. And back to chair, inhale. Fold down, exhale. Extend the spine, inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, take the leg up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down, leg back, vinyasa. Upward facing dog and then downward facing dog. Breathe. And one more time, up on the toes, walk forward to the hands, or jump halfway up. And fold, Chair pose from there. Inhale. And then stand, hands together. Hey, buddy. Good. One more round from here. Back to chair. Inhale. Fold down. Exhale. Extend the spine. Inhale. Step or jump back. Exhale. Vinyasa. All right. Always the modification. My shoulders still not 100%. Right leg up. Bring it forward. So just modify. Warrior one. Inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Vinyasa. Lower. Up. Back. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Hands down. Leg back. Lower. And lifting up. And going back. Downward facing dog. That was 3. Let's go ahead and do a standing squat. So I'm going to face you guys. You can straddle your mat if you want, like this here. But I'm just going to face you just because it'll be a little bit easier. So from here, you want your knees above your ankles. And then you're just going to kind of gently push the knees a little bit wider here, right? And then you're going to move a little side to side. So this is kind of inner hip stretching here, inner thigh stretching. Big birthday weekend for Madison. I didn't really do much exercise, but still feel a little tight just from sleeping. So second stage, palms together here, sinking in. We'll go about 30 seconds maybe. Breathe, 45. So if this becomes too much, forearms back to the thighs. But if you can hang in there, engage the abdomen, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, 30 seconds, lift the arms up and breathe. Good, 15 seconds. Engage the abdomen, tuck the tailbone, breathe. One more inhale. Slowly standing up. Straighten the feet forward and then fold down, a little break and a little hamstring stretch. So you're going to grab the big toes, drop the head down and stretch it here. One more breath, give it a nice big stretch. And then I'm going to step to the front of the mat. Go ahead, you can do the same. Roll back up from there slowly. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms way up. Folding all the way down as you exhale. Let's take a little vinyasa. Halfway up as you inhale, step back as you exhale. Vinyasa. Modifying my vinyasa here. Gentle inhale and then down dog. So always testing my back too. Right leg up, bring it forward, turn the back foot, warrior one. Push the legs straight this time. So hamstrings first. Hands to the waist, step that back foot closer. From here, we're gonna go hamstrings. So I want you to keep both legs straight if you can. 3 options with the arms. You're either on your hips, you're grabbing your elbows, or you're bringing your palms together for reverse namaste. That may or may not work for you and your body. But sit up nice and tall, pull those shoulders back and down, take a big inhale, lift up, and then come all the way forward. Spreading the toes as you come forward, stretching the hamstrings. Not a long time, so we're gonna go, say 5 breaths. Hey, you guys. They're banging on the wall there, on the window. A couple more breaths here. And then I want you to release the arms wherever you have them And I want you to come up into a standing split. So standing splits, you're gonna lift that back leg up as high as you can, and if possible, you're gonna pull your upper body kind of closer to that standing leg and breathe. Hi guys. One more big inhale, lift it, and then step back. Good. Vinyasa. So it's just gives us a little deeper hamstring stretch. We've done one where we take that forward bend, which is called Parshvanottanasana. We've taken that deeper into 5 different stages, 4 different stages. But now, once you get to down dog, bend your left leg, push the right heel down, give it a big stretch, tilt your sit bone up, and then because you just did a nice big stretch in there, you might feel it more in the calf. Bend your knee just slightly, like a micro bend, and then push the heel down. See if you can feel that more in the lower part, calf and Achilles. And breathe into it. Good. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Turn the back foot, warrior 1, push the leg straight. Hands to the waist, step the back foot closer, angle it forward. Good. From here, grab the elbows, hands at the waist or palms together behind you, lifting the upper body up. Nice and tall, big inhale, and then fold down forward as you exhale. Excuse me. I had a half a plan to get up at 5:30 this morning and go for a bike ride, but my wife had a podcast and I needed to be back by 6:50, and by the time when my alarm went off, I went to bed a little bit later doing some work and I just didn't do it. But I was kind of up and rolling around since 5:30. Go ahead and sink in a little bit more here. Good. And then you're going to release the arms, lift the back leg, stretch. But this week is the final week to get in your miles for the Girls on the Run Challenge. Lift up, breathe. Maybe pull in a little bit more deeply. One more inhale. And then step back. Vinyasa. If you don't know, Girls on the Run Challenge is a virtual competition that you could run, bike, swim, hike, ski, bend the right knee, push the left heel down, give it a big stretch. And we're logging our miles, raising money, raising awareness. All right, so now we're gonna go back into, this time is kind of like, and I'm gonna, you can straddle your mat, but I'm gonna turn to face you. We're gonna do 3-pronged squat. So the first one is where you take the knees wide again, kind of turning the feet out, pointing the feet out, and then move a little bit here, side to side. All right. A little bit side to side this way. So hopefully there's a little bit more space, a little bit more open. And then push the knees wide that way. So this is a really wide squat or standing frog pose, sometimes it's referred to. And then from here, you're gonna walk the feet in just a little bit. So if you were straddling your mat, you might be kind of half on the mat, half off the mat, so that wide. And then you come down this way. Breathe. So moving a little side to side, finding for you where you can find a little bit of mobility. You're gonna push the knee open right? It's fine if the heel comes up here. That's totally fine. Good, and now I'm going to go to my full squat. And again, there's 3 main ways to do this. You're either on your toes or your feet are flat. Sometimes they're pointed out. If you can, eventually you want them straight and as close to straight as you can. Palms together, sit up tall, breathe. Good. So from here, you could stay there and stretch. Hopefully the hips are a little bit more open. Or you can throw in a little arm balance in Bakasana Crow. Just for fun. Only one here today. And then you can come down from there. And then we're going to work a little bit on the calves. And so one way to do that is you can take one leg forward this way. It's kind of a little bit of a tricky thing. But honestly, I think one of the best ways to work the calf stretch is to be on a step and then drop the heel down and just work that way. But this is another way too, and this also helps the ankles. So today it's kind of hips, hamstrings, calves, and you'll get a little ankle here. But notice I'm basically sitting on my foot on the left side here, and then I have this right foot flat down, and then I'm kind of leaning forward. Now, there's going to be a point where my heel comes up, right, as I lean forward, and that's where you want to see if you can find the stretch. That's also where you want to make sure you're not hurting the ankle at all. So sometimes I go forward and there's like a little spot that just doesn't really work for me to go anymore. Not from the backside calf stretch, but from the front side ankle. So you really just have to feel it out for you. It's even fine to lift the heel up a little bit and then try to get it back down. Sometimes that helps. Breathing. And I'm just sitting here, and just allowing that stretch to happen in a way. More of a yin style calf stretch. Oh boy. Oh boy. You hear a blood curdling scream like that in the background. You may not have heard of it. All right, now we're going to switch sides. Could only mean one thing. Could only mean that Liam is stealing something from Madison. All right, so same thing. All right, I'm gonna just find a comfortable spot here and lean. So this on this side, on my left side, I don't get as much of the front side ankle stretch. I get more of a nice calf stretch on the back when I kind of lean in forward. So I kind of wish it was this way on the right, but I busted my right ankle. When I say busted, I mean sprained badly, and I just think it was just never the same. Years ago that was, actually, on a nighttime trail run. So bummed about that. It's one of those moments where I was super tired and I wasn't going to go, and then I said, well, instead of going 6 or 8 miles, which I would normally do, I was like, I'll just go 3 or 4, right? I thought, yeah, that's a much better idea. Whatever, half an hour, and then come back, you'll feel better, right? It's always that constant fight. Show up or don't show up. And a few more breaths here in this stretch. So sure enough, I was about 1.5 miles or 2 miles in. It just felt so good. I was like, oh, what a pleasure. It was so beautiful. And all of a sudden at nighttime, I see this 360-degree view. I could see the ocean and LA. It was just awesome. And I thought, oh, I'm so happy I did this. And literally, when I turned back at that moment, I was like, okay, I'm gonna, quit while I'm ahead and turn back. And the third step on the way back, my ankle went. I just didn't see a rock that was in the trail, and it was a big rock, and I totally twisted it. 9 months out. All right, so that's good from there. Now just go ahead and release that. Bring the soles of the feet together. All right. So that's a little bit of a way to kind of get that calf. Like I said, I think the best is probably off the back of a step. So if you have Achilles issues, actually there's other things to do for Achilles issues, but like Achilles tightness and calf tightness, if in downward facing dog your heels don't go down, by the way, mine don't go down, but if they don't go down, that could be, depending on your downward facing dog, could be lower back stuff, hip stuff, glute stuff, hamstrings, calves, Achilles. There's that's 6 things right there that it could be. Ankle flexion. So the goal is never to try to get the heels down. I mean, maybe that's one component of a stretch. You try to push the heel down, but that's only going to get the stretch deeper. The goal is never that. The goal, at least in down dog, is to lengthen the lower spine, is to really extend the tailbone up and then get the most optimum stretch you can from the position. So a few more breaths here, just getting kind of one more, because we're not going to do, we did a lot of the standing frog, so we're not going to do a low frog. We're going to go more into pigeon and some pigeon stretches here. We did some hamstrings, we did the calves, and now we're going to go into, you can come up from there. We're going to go into a little 3-pronged hip stretch for a couple minutes on each side. So you can take a little vinyasa, step back. It's more yin style, lower down. Oh yes, a gentle back bend. I think my back is a little tender. Good. So you always have to be careful. Just be aware. Right leg up, bring it forward, drop the back knee, and then come on up. You're gonna sink down. I'm gonna set the timer. We'll do about 3 or 4 minutes on each side here. So sinking down first, front side hip flexor. If you didn't already know, I was a little bit late, but so I didn't make the announcement. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, we do these on a donation basis. So you can pay for your class. You can you can either Venmo me at Teddy McDonald, or you can go to 5pointyoga.com. If you don't want to worry about that, you just become a monthly member. We started a whole monthly membership thanks to the coronavirus. And so that's been growing, and that's been great. It's consciousendurance.com, and you can just choose your membership based on what's going on, but consciousendurance.com. From here, lift up, lean back, breathe deep. So I'm doing these Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then for members, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. So the schedule's kind of shifted a little bit. Lift up, lean back. For you guys, hasn't shifted for me. Still 6 days a week. Lift up, lean back, take a big inhale. Good, and then come forward now, and then you move the foot to the middle. Come up on the outside, all right, and sink down and stretch. This is kind of the pigeon prep, and I'm moving around a little bit, and I'm just feeling kind of what it feels like to stretch in here some. Find the spots that are tighter. See if you can work them out a little bit. Good. And now regular pigeon, just about a minute and a half or so. Okay. So see if you can find a decent stretch. You don't want to just go into the pose just to go into the pose. The whole idea is to go into the pose and actually feel, a nice stretch from the pose. Oftentimes, there will be, you'll get in there and the body's so tight that you're actually not even really getting a stretch. So you have to kind of find the stretch. You might have to just move a little bit one way or another to do it. Just a few more breaths. All right, and then we're going to switch it. So downward facing dog. Take a moment to straighten that leg. Stretch it. Sit bone up. Calf. Press the leg back. And then sink down and breathe. Good. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Stay on. No, drop the back knee. And then come up. Good. Sink down first, breathe. A few breaths. Yeah, and just a reminder, another announcement / reminder for that Girls on the Run challenge. So I just got the update for the week 3 of the challenge, and we're behind. We is Team LA. So there's 3 kind of categories that we're trying to do here. One is run, bike, swim, paddle, fly as many miles as you can. It has to be human powered. So you could ski because it's gravity, right? A little bit of a cheat, but it's really a virtual kind of fun thing. So as many miles as you can. Currently, Team LA is beating Team Philly by about 5,000 miles. We have 18,000, they have about 13,000. So good news there. Right arm up, lean back a little bit. Next category is participants. They're crushing us in participants. We have about 273, and they have 313 participants. So we are 40 people behind. We need some more people in LA to do this thing. So we got to work on that this week. Still not too late. Still not too late to join. And then the final one is money raised. So we got to raise a little bit more money. They have about, I think, 10,000 to R8 or 13,000 to R9. I don't know. I think we're a couple thousand behind them. Lean back and then come forward. So now walk over to the middle and then up on the outside of the foot, and about a minute here. So it's kind of a minute, and then about a minute and a half in Pigeon. But this one here is I kind of move around a little bit, so I'm backing up and then going forward and sinking down. Anyway, if you can, Girls on the Run LA. So GOTR, Girls on the Run LA.org. And then you just look for the Coast to Coast Challenge and you sign up. It's in I'll post it again on Facebook and YouTube just to get it to the top of the feed there. But it's in my Instagram link tree. And good news is that we have until we can do a big push for this next week and even a little after, because we have until March 5th, I think, to enter. And you enter all your miles on a on honor system. So you just put your name and how many miles you did. It does not track it. You don't have to have a device to track it and get technical like that. So I kind of like it, actually. Good. Now Pigeon. So bring that leg back for Pigeon pose. And remember, you want to make it a worthwhile Pigeon here for your last minute and a half, minute or so. Yeah, it's a great program, and it empowers young girls to just believe in their potential. And that's a super cool thing, especially being a dad of a young girl. I think that's a great organization to support. And it's fun, right? It gets you outdoors. I saw my friend Michelle yesterday, and she roped in her other friend that she knew had already done some work with the organization, and she roped in her husband yesterday. So it's easy. You just tell people. It's totally free to join. If you can donate, but if not, it's okay. A few more breaths here. Alrighty. Come on up. From there, let's go back to down dog just to get that one more stretch. So back to downward facing dog. Bend the right leg a little. Push that left heel down. Big stretch. Good. Now come on down, cross the legs. Bring the feet forward, shake them out for a moment. Make sure I don't hit the wrong button. I've been known to hit the wrong button and stop the whole class. Shake out the legs. Reach the arms up. Fold down forward, stretch. Very good. Roll back from there. You can roll up and roll back. Take the legs up and over the head for plow. And go plow pose. And then up to shoulder stand. Legs wide, flex the feet. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. Legs up and down over your head. Good, and then slowly come on down. We'll take our final twist and Shavasana. So pull the right knee in, give it a big squeeze in there, and then roll to the left. Side stretch. Good, and then switch sides. Same thing. Other side, pull the left leg in, give it a good squeeze, roll to your right. Very good. Back to the center. Shavasana, final rest. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Okay, go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to the belly. And bend the knees, roll to your right side. Good. And then make your way up to a seat. Comfortable seated position. A short moment to close here. Nice big breath. Take a deep inhale. And exhale. Totally relax. Finding that sense of peace and calmness inside. Bring the palms together from there. Take a moment of gratitude. Namaste. Namaste, my friends. Thank you so much for showing up and practicing with me, spending your time. I very much appreciate it. And of course, thank you for all your support. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care of each other. All right, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow if you're in the Zoom link as a member. If not, I'll see you back here.